Space. Now, and you cannot see it.
Did you need to have the little thing they were programming?
The device, yeah, device. But not necessarily, and that's where we'll come to in future, that your intention in your home, it's like when I pick a spot to meditate, and I always pick that spot feels good. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you can go to your kitchen and your dining room, and you can meditate with your own family, and you can just read out scripture, 1 line or 2 lines, and just sit there quietly. Mm-hmm. And you're actually your biofield is doing its thing. You're radiating that. Mm-hmm. So it's helpful to have the contemplative and meditation practices, but leave the doubt behind and just experiment. Be curious. Be playful. Okay, because you can really recreate the very space you're in. It can be a Himalayan cave, or it can be Westminster Abbey, or it can be Nisha's kitchen.
Right.
What's the difference? Mm-hmm. We have created the differences, but really we are sages in training, rishis in training. So this was it. The space in Tiller's lab is fundamentally different. I'm going to leave it here, but this is this is what I just want to point out. This is normal space, and Tiller's space is here. Can you see my cursor?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So the first column is conventional physics. This is where we deal with normal reality. This is where Nisha's light bulb consciousness, it's sort of okay-ish, And then we start to get some meditation and coherence within ourselves. Now we're seeing a transitional physics. And then the magic starts to happen when you have full conditioned space. Mm-hmm. This, wow, all bets are off because you're now in a new reality. Okay, Tiller calls this reciprocal space, which is conditioned. It's sacred. Okay, mm-hmm. And normal space. This is where we are. This is where medical hospitals are. This is what we do. This is where chemistry is prescribed. But what if we put chemistry here?
Right. Wow.
What about the potential of anything you do? Whether you take your Tylenol, your vitamins with intention, your food, your chocolate chip cookies, your yoga studios, Starbucks. I mean, it's endless, right? Endless.
Exactly.
So I'm going to end it there, but by golly, Carol, we have Buddha's relics, and it's to me that brings me so much joy. I don't want to hurry that. So if you want, and I'm very grateful to you for giving me this chance, and I'd be happy to do session number 3 where we can go into the devices, the relics of Buddha.
That would be great. This is so interesting. I know I'm going to get a whole slew of people because it's so, because the way you presented it makes it so helpful. You can understand it. It's understandable.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you know what? This is part of our reality. We already know this. Mm-hmm. We know that there's certain parts of the home that you particularly like. There's certain parts of the home that you might say, well, it's okay. I like my morning coffee in a certain way, in a certain place. And I like it because I close my eyes and I'll read scripture. And for half an hour, I'm right there. Mm-hmm. And so we begin to pay attention, and we begin to to activate this knowledge in a very, very meaningful way. Mm-hmm. And I can tell you, every one of you are manifestors, okay? And once we create that space, your intentions start really, people have said, be careful what you wish for, okay? You will. You start to really get coherent. You also know that the motivation behind your intention is refined more and more, and you will change. Mm-hmm. And in that very aspect of changing, you're making progress.
Right.
Just the very fact that the red roadster isn't that important to me anymore. I don't want the red car. I think, and so on, because it's happened to me. There's an evolution in my thinkingness.
Exactly.
Right. And so I embrace it and I say, okay, and I'm going to keep going and keep going. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you. And we'll get together again in a month or so.
You got it, Carol.
So much,
Bye to everyone.
Bye.
Thank you. All right.